guys, my name is Ashwarya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video we're gonna learn about contour and highlighting. So let's get started. So there are various options available for contour and highlight. Mostly you'll see creams and powders being used because they are very beginner friendly and it's very easy to use them once you have figured out how to use them. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about both creams and powders. There's no restriction to this. I mean, you can use your dark shade foundation or light shade foundation as a concealer and a contour. On this side of my face I'm going to go in with creams, and on this side of the face I'm going to go in with powders so that you can see the difference for yourself. So for contour I'm going to be using this brush, and I'm going to be taking powder on this side and I'm going to tap it here. Now, one thing which you have to make sure while contouring, if you want it to be very subtle, just go in with a shade which is hardly 2 to 3 shades lighter than your skin, because it would give a very natural sort of a glow. But if you are going for like photography sort of a shoot, and if you can control the pigments, then you can go in with even darker shades. These are basically the shades which you can use for contour, but I'm going to be going in with this shade because it's very cool toned and it looks amazing on the skin. When you're doing contour, make sure you're going for cool tone shade and not warm tone shades, because cool tone shades give the best contour possible. With a bronzer you have to go in with a warm sort of a shade. This is on the cooler side and this is on the warmer side. So let's start by taking I'm gonna dip in twice and I'm gonna dust off the excess into the pan only. Now on this side I'm just gonna tap it very lightly. You have to start over here. There's a dip, you'll see. Just where your ear starts, there's a dip, and from there you have to bring it down. You can use a thin brush, you can use a thick brush, that depends, but when you're starting, going with a thick brush. So I've taken this brush and I'm going to start here and I'm just going to bring it to here. You don't have to bring it to your mouth. It's an imaginary line from this dent to your mouth, but you have to stop halfway because you don't want to drag it down too much. And this is what suits most of the face shapes. Now I'm just gonna put it like so. And you can see the shadow which just formed here, and I'm gonna be blending it in. And when you blend it, do not drag this down, otherwise your face is gonna look like it's dragged. You can see the difference in this cheek and this cheek. This cheek looks like I did something and I just contoured it. So I'm gonna go in with second layer, but first I'm gonna blend it in and I'm gonna go upwards because this is where I have placed my contour, so I want it to be here and not here. So I'm gonna be blending it upwards. To find this dent over here, what you can do is you can make a duck face like this, and this line which is formed naturally, you can follow that. Now I'll just blend it upwards. Go in with a light hand, don't go in with a heavy hand. And powders are easier to work than cream. Now it's blended, as you can see. If you want to blend it more, you can go in with more blending. You can go in with a clean brush, but this is where I like to stop. You can see the difference in this cheek and this cheek, and I just put some contour. You just have to go back and forth till the time you're happy with how your contour looks, and make sure you have a light hand, and make sure that you're taking less pigment, because if you're taking less pigment you can always add more, but if you've added a lot of pigment you can't take back. So make sure you're going light handed. You can go again and again, but just take less pigment. Now I feel this is enough and I don't want to blend it. This is a pimple, otherwise this wouldn't be looking like that. This is a very big pimple I have recently, and this is under the skin pimple, so it doesn't even have a head. It will go when it would. Now with whatever is left on the brush, I'm just gonna go like this so that it doesn't look like it's starting abruptly, and we're gonna go in onto the jawline as well and onto the temples as well. What you can do is that you can also go into a 3 shape like this, and same over here, but here I'm going to be using cream products. So that's it for my contour over here. This is the powder contour. I'm going to go in with a cream contour, and for that I'll be using the Maybelline Duo V-Face Contour. It looks like that you just have to apply this and blend it. It's going to be a little tough and tricky if you're going to do that with this product. So with a cream product, I would suggest you to go in with a brush and take a little bit of pigment onto the brush and then apply it, rather than directly going in with this, because it's going to deposit a lot of pigment and it's going to be a task for you to take that pigment off, and you want it to be soft. You don't want it to be too into your face sort of. Taking this thin brush, and it's tapered at one end if you can see, and I'm gonna take some product onto this can see it has picked up product. Now I'm gonna place it onto my cheek wherever I want. Again, I'm gonna be starting with this dent I have here, and I'm gonna move on to the corner of my mouth. But what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna stop halfway. Now if you can see, it has deposited product, and I can take more product if I want, but I don't want to deposit a lot in once. So I'll be taking it again and again, and then I'll be placing it in. Now once I'm happy with how the product looks, I am just gonna blend it in, and with whatever is left on the brush, I'm going in onto my jawline and also on my temples. Again, a 3 is forming here, if you can see, and the shade on this and this is different, so obviously the end product is gonna look different. And now this is not what we are going to be using for blending. We are going to be using larger brush because it blends it into more area, and it's not something which you want to be concentrated until and unless you're going for a Bella Hadid sort of a look, which I'm going to do really soon. In that, you're going to be using a small brush so that it comes over here. Clean brush, as you can see, and I'm going to be going in and blending it upwards. Now as you can see, it has blended quite well, and I'm also going to be blending what we put here. The shades are different, so that's why they are going to look a little bit different. Now once I'm happy with how the blending is done, I am going to go in with my beauty blender and I'm going to set this in. Firstly, I'm going to be going in with the cream on the cream side, and if there is any extra product, this is going to take it off. And with the other side of this, I'm gonna go on the powder so that it gets sealed. Now we're done with contour, and this is what our face looks like. And initially we started with no dimension, and now there's a lot of dimension into the face. Now we're gonna highlight, and for that we'll be using a concealer and a highlighter. Firstly, I'm gonna be going in with the concealer. As you can see, these dark spaces under my eyes, I'm gonna cover it up. I'll be taking this concealer. This one's from Miss Claire in the shade number 8 Skin Beige, because it matches. Now I'll be taking this onto a brush, and I'm just gonna take very little and I'm gonna place it here. And when you're going in with the concealer, make sure you make a triangle, because if you have seen these celebrity looks, it looks like they're very snatched, and that's because there's a triangle forming onto their face. So that is what we are doing over here. We are forming a triangle, and with whatever is left on the brush, just put it onto your eyelid. Again, sometimes people like to go in on top of your nose so that it looks a little bit highlighted, and a square is formed over here so that it gives an illusion of a wider forehead. So if you have a small forehead and you'd like to widen it up, you can apply this over here in a square. The larger the square, the larger your forehead is going to look at the end. So that totally depends on you, and sometimes people apply it here also. We want the shadows to be really good onto our face. And now once we are happy with the placement, we are going to blend it in. And for blending, I'm going to be using my sponge because I don't want too much of product, and my sponge is going to absorb most of it. Just look up and blend it underneath your eyes. And I'm going in with a sponge because this is going to take off all the excess product which I don't need. And with a sponge, it is going to take you more time to blend compared to a brush. You can also go in with a brush and then a sponge.
Now for blending, I went in with a brush and with a sponge because it was easy. Now I'm gonna bake everything. For that, I'm taking loose setting powder and I'm gonna put it under my eye and beneath the contour. After that, I'm gonna dust it off a little, and then I'm gonna do my nose contour. And for that, I'll be making another video because it's a whole topic in itself and it does deserve another video for it. Now coming to the highlight, I'll be taking 3 shades. I'll be mixing them and putting it onto the powder side. But before that, we have to make sure that you're putting your blush so that everything looks even and not like 3 layers. So now I'm just gonna put this highlighter. This is the powder side, and on the other side, just like I put in my contour, I'm gonna do that same thing. I'm gonna take it on top of a brush and then I'm gonna put it like so. You can use a fan brush or whatever you have. Next, I'm gonna be blending both the sides with my beauty sponge so that it gives an even sort of a finish, because I don't want it to look like 3 layers, and I'm gonna set it in with a setting spray.
That's it for today's video. I hope you like it. This is the final makeup and it would stay on your face put. And you can just carry a blotting paper. Also, if you would like to know my foundation routine or how to make your foundation stay for a longer time, you can click on the video over here and you can watch this, because this video is in continuation of that video. And so you subscribe and tap the bell next to it so that you're notified each time I upload. And with that out of the way, and you can watch more over here. And yeah, that's it. Toodles!